Of course, we have Amber Rose defending Nicki Minaj and her whole Erika Kirk appearance. Honestly, Amber, it's so sad because I loved these women growing up. Like, look at this picture. Tell me that's not a vibe. I love these women, but now it's just like, damn, y'all, like, wow, y'all are so money hungry that you're just willing to endorse anybody and everybody just to make money. I do believe the rumors that she was. I don't think now. I think they paid her a nice little penny to make that appearance, but I feel like she was having problems and she needed money. But imagine how many people you slapped in the face while you did getting your money.
Ladies and gentlemen, the radical left has already been melting down about Nicki Minaj appearing on stage with Erika Kirk for America Fest. So Amber Rose is a big fan of hers. Apparently, Amber Rose and Nicki Minaj are friends. For those of you guys who don't remember, Amber Rose was the mixed race woman who spoke at the RNC convention.
I realize Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love. And that's when it hit me. These are my people. This is where I belong.
Prior to the election, where President Trump swept Kamala Harris ruthlessly and mercilessly, and she's still speaking up for Nicki Minaj today. Let's go ahead and react to this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos, so be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
Hey, what's up, Am? Happy holidays.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
I wanted to ask you, obviously you and Nicki are super close. Can I ask you, what do you make of everything? Her coming out with Erika Kirk yesterday.
I think she did a great job, an amazing job.
I saw you put on Instagram, the Queen has spoken.
Yes,
so
that's right.
You don't think that she should be getting as much backlash as she
No,
is?
she shouldn't. We live in a free country. She has the right to her own political opinion, just like everyone else does.
A lot of people feel like because of her fan base being like largely, LGBTQ, that
She didn't say anything wrong. She didn't say anything about the LGBTQ plus community at all.
right, but her siding, kind of with the Trump administration, or speaking.
The only thing she mentioned was that she doesn't support all this freaking transing of kids, which anybody with any type of sense at all would agree with, including people in that community. There's literally a different X accounts, including one that's called Gays Against Trump. Now, obviously, I don't know if this is some sort of operative account, but presumably it's run by gay folks. And they say that they're against this whole transing of kids stuff too. Like these people trying to trans 2-year-olds. You got to be some sort of perverted weirdo to even consider something like this.
Her siding, kind of with the Trump administration, or speaking out of there.
Why do people think anybody over there is homophobic? I'm not homophobic. My assistant has been with me for 11 years. He's black and gay. I have a bunch of trans friends. So does Nicki.
Yeah.
I don't know why people twist our words or think because we endorse Trump that we just hate gay people and trans people. It's just not true.
So, like when Nicki spoke out a few weeks ago for the Christians in Nigeria, she said it's not about choosing a side, it's about choosing what's right. So do you feel like that's kind of what's going on in this kind of situation too, by her coming out with Erika and speaking?
What's wrong with talking to Erika? That's what I mean. I just don't get the logic behind why people are upset. Mm-hmm. But shout out to Nicki. Yeah. Shout out to TMZ. Thank you.
What's funny is she says she doesn't understand the logic. Well, I'm not going to say I do either. It's because there is no logic. That's what you need to understand, Miss Rose. There is no logic. It's not logical because everybody knows that, if they were scrutinized, these people could not stand up to the same level of scrutiny that they give others. If any of these people had their life hyper-analyzed, or everything that they said hyper-analyzed, or every person that they talked to and every person who they interviewed with, just every single thing in their life, like, why are you doing this? Why are you talking to this person? You can't do this. You're canceled. You're fired. If these people had to live this type of life, the vast majority of these mentally ill losers would absolutely fold. They would crack under the pressure. They would fold like an omelet, because clearly they can't even handle somebody who they don't know. It's just somebody who they may like, they may not like it, who knows, in the case of Nicki Minaj, talking to someone who, again, they also don't know anything about Erika Kirk, because this is just Charlie Kirk's wife. They don't know anything about really Charlie Kirk, which has been pretty much proven because people keep talking about he's some sort of crazy racist or something, which makes absolutely no sense. So clearly they don't know about him. They don't know about Charlie Kirk, his wife. They don't know anything about probably Nicki Minaj or Amber Rose. These people just are mad about everything because everything goes all the way back to hatred for Trump. That's what it all comes back to. And clearly that is something that is illogical. It's been a psyop that the media has been perpetuating lies for literally about a decade now to throw this man and his supporters and anyone who speaks anything positive of him under the bus. It doesn't matter if the economy was tanking under Joe Biden with 9% inflation. It doesn't matter if the border was open and a bunch of illegal aliens are coming in and killing and robbing and stealing from a bunch of Americans, including a bunch of black people, which was the main communities that they were in. It doesn't matter if the crime statistics were forged and the crime was actually out of control, including the homicides and the armed robberies and the car thefts. None of that stuff matters because Trump is Hitler, apparently. Amber Rose actually has a history here of issues with the black community in particular because apparently they want her to be considered black all the way, because apparently if you have any black in you, then you're just black. You're not mixed race. You're not biracial, because Amber Rose said that she preferred to be called biracial in the past, but that's not good enough. You basically are either just a straight up white person if you have a white parent, or you're just 100% black because these people are stupid.
So will you tell the blacks to forgive and forget about this idea of racism?
I wish people would forget racism, yes. As a biracial person, it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I literally hate it so much. And I feel like the only people that give me a problem being or representing my white side or saying that I'm black and white and not just black people. Black people are the only people that do that to me.
So it's ironic that they were able to recruit this young woman who, and she's a racially ambiguous. I don't want to say she's black because she has said she's not. So I don't want to say this woman who is of whatever race that she has claimed. She said she's not black. But they've brought somebody whose whole career is based in black culture. She used to be on a show on BET. That's the reason most people know who she is. She dated one of the most prominent African-American rappers in the business, in the history of hip-hop. So her whole culture came from black culture, even though she says she's not a black person herself.
If I tell a white person I'm mixed, they're like, okay, cool.
That's right.
They don't care. But black people are like, oh, so if your dad is white, then that means you're just white. Or if your mom is black, it doesn't count. Or if your mom is black, then you're just black. It's just always, I don't know.
What a mess, huh?
It's a mess, yes.
It's a mess. And then I'm looking
Why do you think only black people do that, though?
Because, number one, for the last 70 years, they've been told that their issues or their problems are coming from white people. They've been told that by the so-called civil rights leaders, Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson and all those people.
Yeah.
And then they've been told that by the liberal whites that the white people holding you back.
Yes, I see that a lot.
And because they have not examined themselves to see that it really starts in their home, they have only gotten worse over the years.
And I can see why she would feel like she's been kind of scorned by her, one, I guess, of her communities being the black community, because it seems to me like they came for her head first. So you can't really expect Rose to be super supportive and wanting to dive in and be this prominent black figure if the community, by virtue of the fact that she is biracial, is straight up rejecting her, which is ironically the thing that majority of black people complain about, which is people being racist toward them. But then they're turning around and being racist toward somebody who is mixed race. It doesn't really make any sense. A lot of my own people, unfortunately, don't make a whole lot of sense. One of the reasons I have these videos is so that they could hopefully see that, get their heads out of their ass, and actually accomplish something good rather than just being out here trying to tear their own people down all the time. But these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cyber Noodle, 655, Bella Scott, and Carpentier John. Could not do it without you.
Yeah.
They think they're looking outside for the answers rather than looking inside and overcoming.
Because I'll be honest, it's definitely not more racist than it was in the 90s. And the 90s didn't feel like this.
No.
It feels like there's a whole race war now.
It's all hatred.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
really
is.
bad.